The circumstances in my life that has kept me in bondage is alcohol. I tried so many times on my own to cut back on my drinking, but I failed every time. So when it came down to what's more important, family or alcohol, I chose family, and I went in for treatment, where I realized and have accepted the fact that I am an alcoholic. When I went in for outpatient treatment, walking through those doors was the first day was so hard. I felt shame, guilt, embarrassment, and disappointment in myself. I grew up in a Christian home with God-loving parents, but to tell you the truth, I have come to believe in that higher power and have felt His presence in my life so much more after walking through those doors of treatment and going to AA meetings. I had a spiritual awakening while driving home after a day of treatment, and so many more since then. I will never forget it. I was having a hard time forgiving myself for all the things I've done and said. It was towards the end of my treatment we had a session on forgiveness. I was driving home listening to K-Love, and the song Forgiven came on. I was listening to all the words. All of a sudden, I felt this big weight being lifted off me. Something like you see in a movie, like part of your body leaves you. And I thought, what the heck was that? And then ding, 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 a light bulb went on. I feel and I believe it was God, and He had forgiven me. After that, I felt like a different person. It's hard to put into words how I felt. I haven't fully forgiven myself, but I know and believe that someday I will with God's help. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.